This is the second time I have a wild animal that's part of my everyday life that I watch on a video, and I'm sitting here watching its home be destroyed. So we're in about 15-mile-an-hour winds, and the spot I had picked out was not good. It was already showing that it wasn't going to work for me, so I'm going to my normal haunt to ride out windy storms, which is, there's 3 or 4 horseshoes. Basically, you go into one of those horseshoes going into these rivers, and you tie up on the side of the river. You can tell how wavy it is. Current and wind coming from the south going north. We're riding at quite an angle to cross the river here. Now these conditions make for a calmer river as far as waves, but when the two forces, the current and the wind, collude together, it exerts a lot on the boat. I just came over here in the dinghy and I thought, if I'm gonna cross the river between now and the next 3 days, now is the quietest time to do it, so just do it, get it done with, because the main part of the storm is going to come tomorrow out of the west. Yeah, I'm pointing very much upriver to get across this river here. And we're gonna miss the river. We barely can get in here. I'm glad we came now. Woo! We had a fight to get in here. Holy cow, I had to come in here at 90 degrees. That was nuts. All the current and energy is out of the Tennessee River. The wind is no longer coming from the south. This part of the river goes south to north. And I mean, it looks kind of calm out there. I'm sure there's good current, but it looks pretty calm. The wind is all up in the trees right now and in the hills. So, if you guys remember last video or the video before that, we were parked right here. And now my boat is down 7 feet. Being blocked from the wind, hopefully. And this island was all underwater, and now it's just all the trees are down from the storms. Fresh new set of logs to decay on the ground and make the soil nutritious. So we've been playing for about half an hour. You wanna go for a walk? You wanna go for a walk? Come on, let's go for a walk, dude. Let's go. Come on. Let's go for a walk. He just takes off. That's where the Beaver was over there. Come on, let's go for a walk. Come on. He's like, all right, explorer mode turned on. We just got over here. Man, I would say less than 30 minutes ago. I could take a look at the video, but look at the wind picked up another 10 miles an hour. So right now we're just over 20. And look at the white caps out there. And when I came in here, I had to drive. You're coming in at an angle, right? And once I got to the shallow water where this stream enters, the current doubled, kicked me back, so then I had to chug against the... I had to drive straight up current It's been a while since I've been really slow driving against a strong current straight up river. There's a minute where you don't think you're making any headway. Like, you actually have to focus and look at the shore to see if you're actually making any headway, or if you should just give up and maybe come in a different entrance or something. And once I did, I looked over, I'm like, I said to myself out loud, Martin, calm down. This is going to take a lot longer than you thought it was going to take. So just relax. Nothing's going wrong. You're still under engine power. You're getting 1 inch every minute. It's going to take a while to get in there. And eventually I got enough room where I could just cut right into it. So it reminded me of traveling upriver with the sailboat in any kind of wind, where you're just, you're making 1 foot a minute. It's it's insane. But long story short, we are here. I had to put 2 planks out because it is muddy. We made it to the safe zone. It is muddy. Look how muddy it is. This is me putting on the first rope. It's muddy right up to here, and then by muddy I mean it's wet sand. So you sink in really bad. It looks like mud and gunk, but look at you guys. It's sand. When it's dry, it's perfect, beautiful sand, right? But when it's wet, you look at what happens. I mean, even the cat leaves footprints. So that's why I have more than 1 plank. I used to have 3, 1 broke, but part of it's just getting past the mud and then being able to get up here. And now that we're here, now we're out of the wind. It is a 67-degree day and sunny with no wind right now. And look at, dude, he's laying in the sand. I mean, he's gonna bring dry sand into the bedroom tonight and laying in the bed. It's perfect. And look at her. Happy cat. Happy cat. Okay, this is my second batch, and like, some of them are crunchy. I need to cook them up. Look at this. That's a crunchy, salty potato chip. And I just made it myself. I can make my own chips. This is my view sitting in my chair, and what I want is to have all the windows unobstructed, and I'd like to not look at like clutter. Once every year or so I kind of address the clutter that's here, and today I'm going to try to do it. I got a bunch of boards that we cut last year and milled, some poplar, and some are live edge and some are not, and I'm going to try to make some kind of shelf to make this all fit, and hopefully maybe even a door for that. Or I don't have hinges, so maybe a drawer for that. We'll see. So that shelf, because it has supports, can hold a lot of weight. So the water's going to go on there, and I think the 2 Verrier 1000 batteries will actually go there, but maybe not. We'll see. I want to try to build some kind of drawer. And yeah, we'll see how that works. I don't know what we're going to do here. So this is what I got. There's a 2x4 in the back that I had to notch it out. And I know a lot of people are like, how is this even gonna look? We're not done yet. I'll show you the good part. My idea is pull this out, put all these big chargers in here, and it is what it is. Yeah, I gotta put a piece of wood in there too to block that from being not the drawer. I just want to point something out. I did an episode where I went around and burned all the edges of the lower boards on the pontoon boat. So those marks you see are char marks to make it so it's more water resistant. It's not anything that would bother our pets or more. Well, this looks much better. So all of the electronic stuff, the chargers, are in the drawer or the second shelf. That slides out and it's basically a bunch of wires. I mean, it's a mess. That's kind of what boats are like. So, and then that shelf has supporting boards going all the way down in the middle. So I can put the water up there. I could put 2 waters up there is how I measured it. But I'm going to keep the batteries there. Jennifer and Jamie just gave me a call that a package had arrived. So I came up here. And it is a package. Alright, let's go put this bad boy together. Alright, we got back to the boat. The package is 70 pounds. So we're going to slide it onto the deck right here. Alright, so I'm figuring out good ways to put this in here. Right now it seems like the best way, but if I'm going to go for a long drive, I don't want it to be like this. Maybe we'll mount something in the front. We'll see. But let's go try this out and see how it works on gravel roads. Hey bud, you want to go to the dog park? By the bridge? Ho 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 ho. Hey River, stop barking. So this is one of the things that happens in a flood. Trees grab the buoys, the markers, and they move them. So that's not where it's supposed to be. And you're not really supposed to follow them without them being on the map. River, get in the boat, buddy! You see how I talk on the camera and he just ignores every rule in the book. Let me know what you guys think about this. Should I bring the houseboat here and live underneath the bridge for a week or 2? I think it'd be interesting. See if I could get away with it. Tied up to a structure. So this is one of River's favorite places because other dogs come here. He loves smells of other animals, other dogs. Loves it. Okay, that works better than I thought it would. There you go. What are you doing? So this is level 1 and it's going about 9 miles an hour, but it is going uphill with my 240 pounds on it. And it does, it sticks right around 9 miles an hour. This is the most eco-friendly part of the battery setup. This is the fastest. Yeah, we're going 22 miles an hour right now. And River is right next to us. Is that possible? Oh, I'm losing him. I'm losing him. He cuts off around 24. Can you really run at 20 miles an hour? Come on, Riv. That's crazy. Alright, let's go. Come on. So I am convinced that I could take this thing up the gravel road to my property, but I don't know if the battery will last for that long of a drive. Ooh. Ooh, he's flagging back. Look at you guys. I think I figured out a way to wear out River. Yeah, I did. I couldn't ask for a better response from him. He is running about 5 feet behind me, just watching me go, which is really cool. That's what I'm really expecting from him when I go on long travel, is just run behind me at 10, 20 miles an hour. So you got headlights, blinkers, horn, accelerator. This mode turns it on and off, and what mode you're in. There's 3 different modes for power conservation. The braking is disc brakes, and it is programmable somewhat, so essentially you're not flipping. I didn't flip when I hit the wrong brake. It didn't want to tip me over. It has off-road tires, but you start getting in the mud, it won't go anywhere. You get in loose gravel, it won't go anywhere. It needs to be packed down like this. It actually fits in here pretty well. I could take out that front seat, make it fit even better. I might do that. So the storms and the floods have washed away this beaver's home, and all he has left is the sticks that he collected over the last 5 or 6 days to eat have built up around his home. It used to be this huge, massive stick ball that you could never get through, but he started again. Makes me think. The next morning he went and got a stick and he started rebuilding his house the moment that it broke. Probably the most stoic and best of us humans would do that, but most of us would never be able to, and every single animal does it every single time. It's kind of crazy. This is just outside our beaver's house. Just after the sun goes down, it's pretty ruckusy around here. Now, a few hours later, when everything is quieted down, Felix, our beaver, starts working. Tirelessly protecting his home. The water levels drop down to the point where the entrance to the cave is exposed. So they build these dams and the blockades to protect themselves from intruders, while storing food directly outside their house. From what I've observed, the sticks going into the structure aren't the ones that they eat. The ones that they eat, they put just underwater, right in front of the den, and they smash them up into the ground to store them there. Then they pull them up and chew on them on the bank. Every morning. So that's the smaller of the two. It does not look like a baby or anything. It looks like the male or I don't know which ones are. I think they're all the same. I think it's just based on age. They grow their whole age, and the female might be bigger when they're younger, but they're all about the same when they get old. I'm just eating breakfast. And then I just watched the other one, the big one that I named Felix, went inside. And for all of you who think that I'll never be able to make a videotape of wild animals with River, it takes him a little bit to get used to it, and then he's not gonna bark at that beaver right there unless the beaver makes some move or approach to him or something right now. Right now it's 25-mile-an-hour wind is what it says out there. A couple of waves are making it in. The wind's gonna cut in half before the lightning and the rain starts, but there's gonna be tornadoes all over the place in Alabama. They're saying there's definitely gonna be tornadoes in Alabama. Like, we're gonna wake up and it's gonna happen. So this is not a good storm coming through here. We'll be alright though. My plan, this is what a lot of people don't understand. I'm not anchored out. I'm tied up to land. If this gets, and I'm in shallow water, so if the boat tips over, we're not underwater. If I have to jump off of the boat, I'm in, I can stand here. But I'm also on land. So if it gets too crazy, my plan has always been put the cat in the cat carrier, put the dog on a leash, and walk into the woods and sit down, grab onto a tree. Maybe even tie myself to a tree, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Listen to that. Another one of those situations where putting your boat in the right place means you can witness the weather, but you're not feeling it on your boat at all. When it's warm, this is kind of weird, but when it's warm, over 60 degrees or over 50 degrees, and daytime, where you could actually see things, I really enjoy being out on the water during storms. They start to be annoying at night because you can't really see what's going on and stuff like that, so you don't really know what's happening, and the boat could move wildly and stuff. So at night they're scary, and when it's cold you don't want to go out, so you just hope that the lines hold and everything. But when it's warm, I mean, if I had to go out and play in the mud right now, so be it. You alright, buddy? This is a storm. You scared little guy. I love you. She's in the dirty laundry. Yeah, you can just see the wind whipping through here. They're not hitting the boat yet. It's not moving the boat yet. It's just kind of gusting through the trees. It's really high up, actually. So this is my trail camera, and I'm just controlling it with my phone. Not every storm stands out to me. Typically the ones that make the most marks on nature and interact with the trees and the wildlife and basically wreak havoc, those are the ones that I remember. But the ones that I honestly enjoy, are those calm ones that just come in the afternoons while you're sitting and reading a book, peacefully kind of admiring what's happening outside while living in your own little closed-in window box. I'm trying to edit the video, but I can't. It's raining. It's so loud. Can't do any voiceover. I'm gonna watch a movie till the storm goes by. So Cricket was over here hunting a second ago, and I was like, "Where is she going after? Look at this. Look at this big guy. Go, come on, dude. Really, River? Get back. Look at this big guy. He's bigger than my finger. Don't go away. River, come on, dude. Yeah. Get back. Come on, River. It's not on the boat. I saw it. It didn't get on the boat. I promise you. River just saw a snake for the first time out of the year. It's 80 degrees, so it had to happen. And it was clearly a water snake to me. Not anything venomous, but look at him. He's all freaked out. You're all right, bud. That's how you know he can smell them. So when he smells a snake, his body posture, everything completely changes. So that's how you know they're around. He's still freaked out about the snake. He thinks that stick is a snake now. So once you live on a sailboat through a bunch of lightning storms, you kind of like, I don't know, as long as you're not in the sailboat, you're like, oh, I'm not going to get hit by lightning because I don't have a big pole straight in the air. So you leave the marina and there's a bunch of sailboats with their big metal pole in the air. It's like, I'm glad I'm not on that boat right now. And the little boy, he didn't know how. Boom, boom. There's a little bat flying around. This is the first bat that I've seen this year. So we are on a nighttime little boat ride, just paddling around here. The boat's behind us, but check out this moon. Look at that. When we were younger, me and my friends used to go vacation up at a cabin up north, and we would drive around with the pontoon boat in the middle of the night, pretty much howling at the moon. And we would drive and we would be like, chase the moonshine, and we would run our boat right down the line. That's why I named my boat Moonshine. Now the quick answer when people ask me about my boat's name is, I built it in Kentucky in the woods in 12 days. Well, what do you normally do in the woods for 12 days? You make moonshine. But the long answer, and the answer when I made the name up 20 years ago, was because of the moonshine.